don't know if you know who said this. Rebel for the hell of it. Hella rich. Never have to sell a brick again. Must I tell a bitch again? The bullshit I'm addressing? Check, I'm on some next level shit. Never been fucked in the game. I'm celibate. Rarely out my element. Barely out the ghetto with. One foot out and one foot in. Intelligent as fellas get. Listen, let's settle this. Be clear. I could fall back for 7 years. Still it ain't no one ahead of me. Consider it a blessing if you get to stand next to me. 5-star general. OG veteran. Caked like intimates. Blowing that celery. Stacks that cash like the U.S. Treasury. Every single thing I ever did was done heavily. Rapping till you're 70. Still ain't no catching me. Put it on my pops, Big Phil, and Beverly. Be standing on top still after they bury me. Nose in the air, so stuck up, arrogant. Ain't got long, hot songs, best cherish it. Cause when I drop mine, that's over. Finito. You paying for your foul like a free throw. Bow.
No bars off. Huh. Yeah. MCs take no bars off.
Yeah, good old Clifford, man.
Listen, good old Clifford.
Yeah, that was hard.
T.I. Harris.
That was hard.
Listen, man.
We haven't had a full tip episode yet. And I feel like, that's near and dear to us.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? A guy that we met in 2001 out here.
1 or 2.
I
think it was 1.
It might have been 1.
I want to say 1.
Yeah, a lot of history with that.
Yeah, a lot of history with that guy.
We got stories. I would love to have him on the show.
Yeah, for that one, I think he got to be here because I think if we brought it up to him, I don't think he would even remember.
Yeah, some of that stuff is crazy.
Yeah, some of the stuff we got into with this dude was crazy.
Shout to Tip, man.
Shout out to Tip, man.
Hell of it, hella rich. Never have to sell a brick again. Must I tell a bitch again? The bullshit I'm addressing, check, I'm on some next level shit. Never been fucked in the game, I'm celibate. Rarely out my element, barely out the ghetto with. 1 foot out and 1 foot in, intelligent as fellas get. Listen, let's settle this. Be clear, I could fall back 7 years, still it ain't no one ahead of me. Consider it a blessing if you get to stand next to me. 5-star general, OG veteran, cake like Edelman, blowing that celery, stack that cash like the U.S. Treasury. Every single thing I ever did was done heavily. Rapping till you're 70, still ain't no catching me. Put it on my pops, Big Phil and Beverly. Be standing on the top still after they bury me. Nose in the air, so stuck up, arrogant. Ain't got long, hot songs, best cherish it. Cause when I drop mine, that's over. Finito, you're paying for your foul like a free throw. Bow.
Woo! Listen, man. Listen. And just so we're clear, this was 08.
Damn.
This was 08 that this came out. Yeah, we got to get Tip on the show.
Yeah, we got to get. We work it out. We'll make it happen.
We got to.
Welcome to No Bars Off. The show will be salute, praise lyrics, break them down line by line,
and drink
and sip out of our cups. Feel free to join us. Become a barbarian.
Why not?
Cop a T-shirt, cop a cup. Hopefully we gotta sell some cups.
Yeah.
As you can see, we're fully invested into this brand. But we thank you for being here. We notice a lot of our viewers are not subscribers. We don't take it personal. We understand.
You sure?
Nah, YouTube is a vast land.
It is.
A lot of content.
It is.
You watch something, be like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
just keep it moving.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
we appreciate everybody.
We appreciate the subscribers.
That hits the button.
We
man.
really do.
54,000. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is pretty big.
It's a big deal.
I don't know if you know, but
because a lot of people are doing this.
This studio smells of rich mahogany, and there's many leather-bound books in it.
Yeah. But so we're not a reaction channel for the people that saw maybe the description on this and was like, "Hey, this song is old."
Nope.
So we don't really react to it. Although I'm gonna be honest, I listened to this song like maybe once. So this is gonna be kind of new for me to revisit it.
Cool. I think I was twice, but go ahead.
Okay, yeah, more than 2 weeks ago it came out, a little over 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So we basically took some time with it, seen all the comments, people talking about their views of this man after the battle and his rhyme. So I'm gonna play it because I have my own personal thoughts, little different.
Okay,
but
that's what we here for.
Yeah.
Nothing makes sense.
Benjamin Button, cold flows, reverse time. To find deliveries good as mine, you gotta search primes. I'm scaling heights high and birds can perch, trying to be something, hoping that peace comes to my cursed mind. One thing's for sure that I've matured from my first rhyme. I learned long ago you can't please them all and it hurts trying. In this game where all you've got is your name like dirt, I'm smirking at niggas trying to besmirch mine. Absurd times where the fake get told it is wise. I can see hate in both of your eyes, but the third's blind. So you search lines, but you struggle, which explains the puzzled look on the dull faces the word finds. I hate when raps become but like do not disturb signs. Can't knock it if I see it's about to do. They instigate the fuckery because it's profitable. But singing stop the violence tunes with dudes in hospitals. I pulled the plug because I seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make their pockets grow. They see this fire in my pen and think I'm dodging smoke. I wouldn't have lost the battle, dog, I would have lost the bro. I would have gained a foe, and all for what? Just to attain some old props from strangers that don't got a clue what I've been aiming for since the age of 14. Jermaine is no king, if that means I gotta dig up dirt and pay the whole team of algorithm bot niggas just to sway the whole thing on social media, competing for your favorable memes to be considered best to live and rest. The weight of both things. I understand the thirst of being first that made them both swing, protecting legacies. So lines got crossed, perhaps regrettably. My friends went to war, I walked away with all they blood on me. Now some will discredit me, try wipe away my pedigree, but please find a nigga out that's rapping this incredibly. My dog texted me, I share the words he said to me. If you refuse to shoot the gun, don't mean the gun ain't deadly. I guess in that metaphor, hypothetically, the gun is me. I texted back like, guess a gun ain't what I'm trying to be, my nigga. They stripped me of my spot and now I'm finally free, my nigga. They say I'm picking sides, hey, don't you lie on me, my nigga. To start another war, hey Drake, you'll always be my nigga. I ain't ashamed to say you did a lot for me, my nigga. Fuck all the narratives. Tapping back into your magic pen is what's imperative. Reminding these folks why we do it. It's not for beefing, it's for speaking our thoughts, pushing ourselves, reaching the charts, reaching your minds, deep in your hearts, creeping to find emotions to touch, something inside to open you up, help you cope with the rough times and shit. I'm sending love cause we ain't prime and shit, my nigga.
I ain't serving no pies. I ain't slaying no dope. I don't bring no lies. Niggas saying my quotes. I don't play no games, boy. I ain't no joke. Like the great Rakim when I make my notes. You niggas might be L or you might be Kane or you might be Slick Rick with 19 chains or you might be Drizzy Drake or Kendrick Lamar, but check your birth date. Huggin'. You ain't the God.
I ain't the God.
Nah, you ain't the God. Cole the God. January 28th. The reason I've referenced that is because I remember when that came out, and I thought, is that a shot? Or is it kind of like the J, Biggie and Nas kind of giving the fans, these are the peers I'm choosing. He didn't say Big Sean, this person. He said, these two, put us together. We're the three that need to be compared to each other. But in that moment, I felt like he was also saying, I'm the greatest. And it's interesting to throw that out there. That was 2014, 2015, and now here we are, 2024, and you had a opportunity to pretty much not just say you're the greatest, but kind of prove it somewhat in
A little bit.
terms of
Had that platform.
friendly fire. It's interesting. For those that don't know, Cole is definitely like a, I don't want to say little brother to me, but just somebody that I've been cool with, been around. I wouldn't even say mentor. I would just say I've given him advice. We've talked. He's given us advice on the show. Like kind of helped our platform a whole lot. So he's definitely a friend to the show and somebody I truly, I care about his well-being, and I can acknowledge and understand and empathize exactly what he was going through when the battle was brewing.
Being in that position.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And although we credit him, and I may be going too long, I think I credited him for bowing out because the Kendrick and Drake thing got a little messy.
It was messy. It was chatty. It almost felt personal.
It felt really personal, and we're sticklers and we're jerks because we was like, oh, they got to go for the jugular. Then they started going for the jugular. We was like,
no, not that much blood.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
That's the wrong blood. Like it was the wrong blood. Like you're talking about wives and pedophiles and this and that. I'm like,
it got real dark.
I'm like, specifically, what did we want?
Right. Like what were we looking for?
I don't even know at this point.
Right.
And it came out as a beneficial win for Kendrick to create one of the biggest records of the decade. So I don't know, man.
There's layers to this.
Yeah.
I got to unpack all of this. Overarching.
Mm-hmm.
I still think on songs like this, there aren't too many people better.
I agree.
Being introspective, being real transparent, speaking what you want to say, not, making it a damn punchline fest and really just, getting your point across.
Yeah.
So I don't know too many people that are better in this type of setting with this, that melodic music and all that. Standalone, this would be great. This, after the apology, it looks a little like you're trying to explain your apology now. I'm sure there was, we all saw the feedback and the blowback that he got from, the apology and bowing out and all of that. But now I feel like you're explaining the apology and the reason for it, which I get it, because when you're trying to consider yourself in that top tier conversation, you do want to kind of, I guess, give your side of it, like, explain what was your reasoning for bowing out or whatever the case may be. And again, in hindsight, I'm not mad at you for bowing out. I have no problem with it because, again, it got personal, it got catty, it got all of that.
The way he bowed out, though.
It was the way.
We weren't fans of.
We weren't fans of the way in which he bowed out.
And I do think if what was it 7 minute?
7 minute drill.
If that was better in terms of the punchlines and the angle, I think that it would have been more respected, because it seemed like he dropped that. He knew it was a light jab.
Mm-hmm.
It was some clever lines in there.
Right.
But it was almost like he didn't support what he was saying. He didn't feel like Kendrick's catalog was whack. He didn't feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
it was it's hard to be in that attack mode when you gotta create stuff. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It's not, you know what I mean? So I and again, I can understand it.
Yeah, I can, like, when Jay was coming at Nas and was like, yo, two of them, like, you only had one hot album every 5-year average, like,
right.
Jay kind of believed that. Jay kind of believed it.
Right, but you have to in order to take that approach, though.
But that's why he said it.
That
was his approach. Like, he really believed, yo, y'all giving this guy too much credit.
And he's not that good.
Right. He's like, yo, every song sounds like every other song. Like, that's how
Jay
that
was the
thought.
approach. Switch up your flows. It is
Yeah,
garbage. What you like? Yeah, he was.
In this case, I don't think Cole felt that way. He may have felt like Good Kid was his version of Illmatic, and everything else was a little eccentric.
Okay.
Dan was hard, but the Pimp Butterfly might have been eccentric. Mr. Morale might have been eccentric. Like, but was it enough to stand on to come at him for his catalog?
Like, you only got one hot album.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
And listen, again, it's hard to make beef personal if it's not personal. Like, it's a reason why Magic and Isaiah used to kiss before each game, even though they wanted to kill each other on the court.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of this day, this is still my friend. Like, I'm not going to try to hurt him. I'm not going to try to end his career. I'm not going to try to embarrass him out here. This is still my brother. So,
but in that regard, when Kobe ran through Pau Gasol's chest in the Olympics,
that's different because this is country. This is.
But is that not similar to what this is?
Well,
like,
we can't.
This
Well, first we have to understand that Kobe's a killer. Kobe had a different mindset. Like, Kobe's mindset was just nobody's gonna outwork me. B, in my mind, I'm not, like, nobody's on my level.
Okay.
Like, Kobe's idea of greatness was not only my talent level being better than yours, but I'm gonna outwork you as well.
Better than yours.
So that's a different. There's a different mindset with that.
Could that have translated on the mic, though? Could he have come up with an angle and a way to say, I'm better than these guys without disrespecting them, but still remaining, like, leaving himself open for the battle to elevate?
Okay. Now, I hate people that answer questions with questions, but I'll answer that with, even if you find that approach, how many of those songs can you do?
Not many.
And
Not many.
that limits you.
It's probably one.
You got one good one.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
but I can only do it once.
Yeah, you got one.
You got one, and then after that, it would kind of be like Drake going back to the AI and doing the Snoop and Tupac. Like you can't go back to that well more than once. So it's like whatever your angle is, okay, you take it. But after that, it's like, okay, how many different ways you gonna say the same thing? And that was kind of my Achilles heel or my problem with Drake during the battle was, okay, how many times you gonna tell me how short this man is? How many times you gonna tell?
Funny though.
Like it was cute.
Funny.
But it was cute.
That's how they both were going, like the pedophile thing.
True.
And you could see Kendrick's hatred for this man as an individual.
You could tell he does not like him.
Like he really despises.
But see,
who
that's
he is.
different.
It's very different.
That's different. Like I had my dislike for you is gonna make me find out everything about you that I don't like.
Yeah.
It's gonna make me find out everything that I don't like about you.
Yeah.
So that makes it a little easier. If we're friends or like we're cool, we're peers, now we might not exchange texts every day, but we cool, we work together, we feel like we're on the same level.
Yeah.
And you just take a shot at me, and then I take a little veil shot back, but then I see y'all two going at it, and it's talking about you got a hidden daughter and your son, your son ever address a song to my child.
Oh yeah, nah, that's different. That's different.
I ain't gonna say you gotta die.
But see, Pusha went for the jugular. They, Drake talked about Pusha's wife. Pusha did, you know what I'm saying? And that was over, right?
Listen,
and now battles nowadays are way more. Well, I can't even say nowadays because Ether went in and Jay's response that Super Ugly was definitely.
Listen,
he took the gloves off.
You're never gonna tell me Super Ugly was not an I lost response.
It was terrible. It was a terrible I lost response.
It was a terrible I lost. It was I know he got the best of me. People are going crazy about Ether. Funk Flex is dropping 80 bombs on it.
Yeah.
The city is riding on me.
Yeah.
Pause. I got to do something else, and it was terrible.
And here's the thing, and we're gonna get into the verse, but I feel like Ether was such a calculated response, similar to Not Like Us, not with the rhymes, but the overarching feel of it, and the impact of it was similar. That Ether was that. Ether was like, yo, I'm not gonna sit here and go back and forth with you.
No,
I'm gonna make one record.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna title it brilliantly.
Yeah,
and after that, this is it. If you feel like you could come back from this, good luck.
And you know what made both of them so brilliant and like I'll get you next time, gadget.
Yeah, and Not Like Us used the Ether beat, by the way.
But what was so brilliant of it, it made like both of those songs made you look at both of those artists through a different lens.
Yeah,
it changed the way you viewed them. Like when they mentioned some of the things that they mentioned, and just the more you heard it, you were like, damn, this dude really wow, really you. Oh, like that Sean Carter, Sean Carter, the Jay-Z, damn you on Jazz Dick line. I was like, listen,
it was undisputably.
Listen, man,
that was one of those lines that you can't call it factual, but you have to say, huh?
Wow, it made you look at things through a different lens.
Yeah,
like,
there's no reason for Sean.
How you go from Sean
Carter
to Jay-Z
to be Jay-Z, right?
That nigga said Sean Carter to Jay-Z. Damn you on Jazz Dick.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Yeah. So, Port Antonio. Let's get back to
this.
Let's bring this back in.
Benjamin Button flows reverse time to find delivery as good as mine. You got to search proms. Really dope.
Very.
Scaling heights higher than birds can perch. Trying to be something, hoping that peace comes to my cursed mind. Love the delayed rhyme scheme going back to the search prime, reverse time. Deliveries prime. And it keeps the rhyme scheme going. One thing's for sure, I've matured from my first rhyme. I learned long ago you can't please them all, and it hurts trying.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Very.
In this game where all you've got is your name, like Dirk, I'm smirking because trying to be smirched.
Besmirch, man. I just love that word, besmirch.
That's a good word.
That's a lovely
it's
word.
A really good word to put in a
very
rap
great
song.
vocabulary word. I wonder how many points you get for that in Scrabble.
Man, that's
yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure y'all know what besmirch means. And
it's pretty dope
reference to Dirk. And it keeps this rhyming going, which we love. Absurd times where the fake get told it is wise. I can see hate in both of your eyes, but the third's blind. Woo. So he went for a while. He went almost 8 bars, just
maybe more, because he kept going. So you search lines, but you struggle which explains the puzzled look on the dull face as the word finds Yeah, he's still going. I hate what raps become, but like, do not disturb signs.
Oh man.
Listen, when I heard this is what grabbed me. I was like, wait,
Yeah.
I can't knock. Wait, he said, I hate when raps would come, but like, do not disturb signs. Can't knock it if I see it's about the dough. Listen,
That's crazy.
that is next level thinking right there.
Damn.
Can't knock it if I see it's about the dough.
That's crazy.
Yo. Yeah,
Man.
that's some otherworldly thinking right there.
Yeah, just to make all of this rhyme, just the third eye being blind and the visual of the do not disturb sign, and then whenever you do a passive punchline like that, because you're like waiting for the explanation,
Because you like, wait, do like a do not disturb sign.
and then he's like, can't knock it. Like that's
Can't knock it. But to say if it's about the dough, so you gotta visualize the do not disturb sign being on the door. Like even though he captioned it as about the dough, but you see the do not disturb sign on the door, so you can't. Man,
yeah.
Yikes.
And that's to say you hate what raps become, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
And we speeding through this a little bit. They instigate the fuckery because it's profitable, but singing "Stop the Violence" tunes when dudes in hospitals, and then talks about pulling the plug, reference to the hospital. Because I've seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted clicks to make their pockets grow. So now we into the beef, right?
Now we get into the beef,
and this is symbolically talking about what the beef could result in or what it represents, and boy. He pulled the plug because he saw where it was about to go. So this is basically everything that we've been talking about.
So this is 7-minute drill right here. Like this is after 7-minute drill.
Yeah, or the apology.
Yeah, this is either one.
On stage saying, "Hey, I'm out.
Yeah,
I know where this is going." There's rumors that people from the TDE camp was like, "Yo, it's in your best interest, to walk away. We don't know where this is going to go." On
several occasions.
Yeah, we don't know where this is going to go. And I totally grasp it, man.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Like I get being in this world today.
Yeah.
Traveling state to state, country to country.
Yeah. Crazy fans,
Nobody
crazy
wants to be
people.
looking over their shoulder.
This is very true.
Because you in some beef that's
not really yours. And not really a beef.
You don't really want it. Like it's just like it's not enough for you to be mad at somebody. Like a Cold War is cool. We got underlying shots. Yo, I'm better than everybody. Yo, you could say little stuff. But how does that bode when you've claimed the crown?
Yeah.
When you've had these verses over the last couple years that are hinting towards the ascension of being the one lone standing at the top. How do you navigate this?
What do you say, first person shooter? Yeah, we the big three like we started the league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. That's even in that setting.
Okay.
Like and that's bringing full circle back to the January 28th.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ain't the God. But yeah, we the big three like we started our league, but right now I feel like Muhammad Ali. Who's Muhammad Ali? We always say Muhammad Ali is the greatest. So
yes.
Yeah. So you can't and I guess that's the lens that people are viewing this through. Like you went from claiming you the greatest, y'all are on a song together and you claiming you the greatest.
Yeah.
And then one shit got real. And again, as bowing out wasn't as bad as apologizing. I would have been the combination of the
7-minute drill,
then the apology, and then just completely removing yourself from it was a snowball effect basically.
I think without 7-minute drill, there's no apology.
There's no apology.
My thing is, like that was not enough of a personal jab at him.
And I'll give you one better. Even if your stance is I'ma just bow out and let it rock. Even if your stance is to let 7-minute drill rock and whatever response you get, don't fire back. I would even take that.
I would take that.
I would even take that as, you know what I mean? People be, oh, nah, he ain't saying nothing, he ain't saying nothing. Okay, that he chose not to.
Yeah,
he shot his shot, somebody else shot theirs, and that's it.
Yeah.
But but again, having a backdrop of in the context of, you know, it might get personal. We don't know where it's gonna go. This is more than just rap beef. This is a serious dislike. So we don't want you, you know what I mean, not necessarily caught in a crossfire because again, this is a big three conversation. But you know what I mean? Like just trying to, you don't want because it might get messy between these two. We don't want you to have to even be in a situation to have to choose sides.
It's two sides to this thing, and
it is.
And I'm sorry for our duality, but let's go a little further where he says, they see this fire in my pen, think I'm dodging smoke. I wouldn't have lost a battle dog. I would have lost a bro. I would have gained a foe, and all for what? Just to attain some old props from strangers that don't got a clue what I've been aiming for. Mm-hmm. And that sums up his entire stance. Yeah. Because you see this fire in my pen. Basically, you see what I've been doing on these songs, whether it's with Yachty, whether it's with Benny, whether it's with Daylight. It's like I'm showing you that I'm this monster. Yeah. And the best way to prove that would have been to get on that battle stage, right, and show that not only am I nice on features, not only am I nice creating these songs and these punchlines and these witty metaphors, but if
down to it,
if somebody got to come at me, I got that dog in me. Mm-hmm.
This is true.
And some of the greatest rappers in the world could never get on a smack stage,
and you'll be embarrassed.
Do that. You just it's a different.
It's a different element.
It's a different muscle that you flexing.
It is.
I know personally, I had the street cipher, maybe be able to say some slick shit in your face, but get lights, stage, cameras, crowd, him, me,
and no acapella,
you
no
ain't
beat.
Shit. Your mama ain't shit. Your kid's ugly. Like I hope you die. Personal information. Like the first time I went to them Fight Club battles and I heard Hollow the Dawn tell somebody I hope they get AIDS and something. I was like, wait, what?
You want me to die? Like, what do you mean?
What?
This is a rap battle.
I was just thrown off.
It's an exhibition. You understand?
Yeah, it was like, yo, I don't think I got that.
Son, it is a different arena. Like it's a different arena. That shit is almost like the difference between boxing and gladiators. Like you think about Floyd in the ring.
Yeah.
And then you think about Maximus Decimus Meridian.
Yeah, because you can have a defensive style. You can say, I'm going to win this battle, this fight technically. I don't have to destroy this human being. I don't have to take away his speech.
I don't got to knock his head off.
I don't got to knock his head off. I just got to win.
That's it. Gladiator?
Yeah.
You got to kill a tiger. You avoiding arrows from people in the crowd.
Yeah.
You got trap doors coming up with rhino. Like, it's a different arena. So you got to come in there ready to kill and talk about any and everything. Like, everything is fair game. Ain't nobody off limits.
It's interesting because you think about, all right, we had Common in one lane, right? Mm-hmm. And as soon as Cube says something,
he turned to somebody else.
Into somebody else. We've never seen Black Thought in that arena.
No.
But this was similar, right? We viewed J. Cole one way, and he's talking this shit, and then we was waiting, like, oh shit,
what happened?
Here it comes.
Son, he hit you. What happened?
The bitch and you was about to happen. Like, we want to get one of them moments.
Right.
And we didn't get it. So now the older heads are like, come on, man, where that dog at? Like, bite his head off.
Listen.
Younger guys wanting it too.
Right. and that's the thing. Like, and listen, and this is what I want. Like, outside of all of this, what I want to say is it takes a
ball of the ball. Play it. I'm sorry. Shout out to Dutch.
It takes a strong-willed and a very secure person.
Yeah.
Like secure within themselves.
Yeah.
To step out and remove themselves from it, knowing what the blowback might be.
Oh yeah.
And to not care.
Absolutely.
To not care. So I want to commend Cole for that.
Yeah.
Because again,
I just wish it happened earlier.
I wish it happened earlier.
Yeah.
I wish it probably would have happened in a different format or in a different order.
Yeah. This is why you in the studio, 7-minute drill happens. Mm-hmm. Ebe, all y'all Dreamville people should have been like, nah, let's tuck this. Then there's no need for an apology. Now you have the ability to just throw subliminals and see what happens. Like, you can still talk your shit. You can still say you great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think about Jay coming at Prodigy, right? It wasn't super cool, super close. But that was one of those lines, those verses where he called him short, you know, called him a ballerina. You know what I'm saying? Has some classic timeless lines. You need more people.
Right.
Like, just saying, I don't believe you.
Right.
For, you know, what you're doing.
Right.
And I distinctly remember in 2002, I'm at the club and I see Jay dancing, not dancing, but like, I mean, he's bopping hard, saying the rhymes to keep it thorough.
This is funny.
It was like, I'm looking like,
yeah.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking he's just going to be stone faced and act like it's not on. He's like,
Keep it thorough. Keep it thorough.
Like, he's
tough
in the
as
VI
shit,
going
too.
crazy.
Yeah, Keep It Thorough was tough as fuck.
And I was like, huh.
yeah. So it's no, so you really don't like, you really don't hate him.
He's okay.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You guys might be friends.
So yeah, I'm
I will say this though.
yeah.
30-year-old us doesn't get it. 30-year-old us
No.
doesn't get this.
No, because I've seen some of the posts from young people. And
Right.
they're like, they're attacking him.
30-year-old us doesn't get this.
No.
Us at our age now, we understand.
Yeah, because
understanding the piece on the other side of Cole's decision.
oh yeah,
Like understanding that
so
at this
good.
age we understand it. Yeah,
it's monumental.
Yeah,
It's like you can't even compare
yeah,
what it's like to travel with your crew
yeah.
and think maybe somebody's looking to do something to me. And that's just one aspect.
That's just one.
That's a small
one.
aspect. Well,
Yeah.
let's since the age of 14, Jermaine is no king. If that means I got to dig up dirt and pay the whole team of algorithm bot niggas just to sway the whole thing on social media, competing for your favorable memes. To be considered best or live in rest. The weight of both things, I understand the thirst of being first that made them both swing. Protecting legacy, so lines got crossed, perhaps regrettably. My friends went to war, I walked away with all their blood on me.
Some would discredit me, try to wipe away my pedigree, but please, again, this is where he's back to being himself. Finding a nigga out that's out rapping this incredibly.
So
yeah, it's
with all of that, it's Monday morning quarterback because you probably wouldn't have known it was gonna get messy, right?
right. Of course.
To where they're digging up dirt, algorithm bot just to sway the whole thing on social media. This is
and that's why I said I feel like this is an explanation. Like
it is.
And not on top of that, and we'll get to it. I don't get why you specifically outline like Drake, you'll always be my nigga. Like, wasn't there two people involved in this?
He publicly apologized to Kendrick and basically, said take your shot and
I'll take it on the chin.
He never really addressed Drake in
right.
this. So personally, I would not want to see two people going at Kendrick. I would never want to be checking the internet and hearing, oh, here's Cole's response. Oh, here's Drake's response. Here's Kendrick's response to both of them. Oh, here's Kendrick's response to Cole. Like,
I'm not doing that.
I would.
Although, I will admit,
yeah,
Drake's response to 20 people was kind of witty. I will say that. Family Matters, it was a little
but
witty.
It just felt. It felt
weird.
Scattered.
It felt all over the place.
Felt
like
weird.
it felt.
Now, if y'all all want to get on one track and go at it,
that's
different.
I would welcome that. I would welcome all three of y'all getting on the same track and talking about each other. Not talking about each other, but
that would be the solution.
Yeah, I think that's the solution.
Yo, such and such did a beat, sent it out. Everybody go ham. Everybody say why they the one.
You might need to get Focus involved in this.
Yo, listen. Say why you the one. If somebody feel the way within that, fine.
And listen, all on the same. And how much better of an opinionated circumstance can you create than having all three of y'all on the same song and having people judge who did the best?
Yeah, because everybody's style is different. Drake has a witty way of creating like these lines that stand out. Mm-hmm. He also has the youth movement. Like he's able to dwell in that world. He's slick.
Very.
Kendrick has these symbolic rhymes. He has these flows. He knows how to speed, switch tempos, change his voice, change his tone. His entendres are not as heavily loaded because his flow is dynamic.
Yeah.
To me, J. Cole is the best overall.
Overall, I agree.
In terms of writing, punchlines, flows,
all of that.
The way he can set up his lines, he pays attention to rhyme scheme, his word usage.
Yes, sir.
His flow has gotten a lot more dynamic over the years. I don't think it's just as dynamic as
going
Kendrick's.
from if you talk about this and go back to A Star Is Born, this is two different people.
Two different people, absolutely.
This is two different people.
Absolutely. Even for Forest Hill, where he was at his best in terms of album creation, the way he's constructing rhymes now.
It's two different people.
But he still hasn't been able to master what some may say is classic song creation, right?
I would only give pushback to that only because I don't think there's a format for classic song creation. Like classic song creation was radio friendly hook, 16 bars, radio friendly hook, 16 bars, hook, we out. That's classic song creation.
Well, what I mean is songs. Drake could do the Super Bowl and have multiple records that would rock the stadium.
I think so.
Kendrick, now of course with Not Like Us, of course he had,
I don't think he's gonna perform Not Like Us. Ironically, I'll put anybody want to take that bet.
He's not gonna perform those lyrics.
He's not gonna perform that song at all.
The song's gonna play.
I guarantee you, he won't perform that song.
The song's gonna play. I got $3.
How much you want to bet?
I got $3 on it.
I got $5.
All right.
I got $5.
So my point is, he has a record that will rock that stadium.
Okay.
And rock the world.
Cole doesn't have
that record. Now he has the girl records. He has the Miguel records. He has certain records that rock.
Okay. You're right.
Yeah.
I get it.
And I'm not discrediting. I'm saying they're three different lanes.
Right. They're three different
types
lanes.
of artists.
In
my opinion, this man has the best pen.
Pen of the three, yes.
To be considered best or live and rest is this. That sums up the whole entire verse. That sums up this whole premise.
Basically.
That is it that important
to be considered the best? Like, is that the end all be all?
And that's a question y'all have to ask because I could say yes. I could say, yo, it's more important to be what Hove was after Big passed and he had to take Nas off the mountaintop in some regards.
In order to get there.
That was his mission. And it backfired technically because of Ether.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he still kind of he took the shot. Like he didn't back down.
Right.
So it didn't backfire in terms of how his stance and who he was in the game. And ultimately
you just didn't know the response was gonna be like that.
You couldn't have forecasted that.
There's no way.
And there's always a little bit of fear that somebody has an ether in them. You know what I'm saying?
They say never poke the bear.
Listen. My dog texted me. I'll share the words he said to me. If you refuse to shoot the gun, don't mean the gun ain't deadly. I guess in that metaphor, hypothetically, the gun is me. I text him back like, guess a gun ain't what I'm trying to be. They stripped me on my spot, and now I'm finally free, my nigga. They say I'm picking sides. Hey, don't you lie on me, my nigga.
See? And like, here is where the further apology. Then start another war. Hey, Drake, you'll always be my nigga. I ain't ashamed to say you did a lot for me, my nigga. Like, again, maybe it's a light-skin thing.
I don't know, man.
The beef didn't go the way we planned and the way we thought it would. It took this unexpected turn. I don't even know if we had a plan. But it took this unexpected turn with him bowing out and all of that. Just leave it at that.
So you think this was a little too much?
Yeah, don't keep rehashing it. Like, you bowed out. Like, at this point, like, before this, I think people forgot about it. I think people already crowned Kendrick the winner, and that was it. Like, if people forgot about the apology at this point, is what I'm saying. I feel like this is rehashing it. It's this is picking the scab.
This is rehashing it.
Yeah, it's picking the scab.
But as artists, especially today's artists, this is how we vent. This is
therapeutic. I get it.
This is
I'm not mad at it.
I never love epistrophe unless it leads somewhere.
Damn linguistic
I'm sorry,
terms,
but
bro.
when the ending lines repeat, the like you got to be clever with those. I think he had something to say, and the Drake line was important. But then going to say fuck all the narratives, tapping back into your magic pen is what's imperative. Reminding these folks why we do it. It's not for beefing, it's for speaking.
But that little segment, like the end little segment, is for speaking our thoughts, pushing ourselves, reaching the charts, reaching your minds, keeping your hearts, creeping to find emotions to touch, something inside to open you up, help you cope with the rough times. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
And again, this is Cole in his element.
That's his element.
That's in his element. Like, and again, I don't want it to come across as we saying like this is a bad song. Like, we're not saying that.
No. It's to the young generation. This is the softest.
Yeah, of course.
Side of Sears right here, because
come see the softest side of Sears.
Yeah, because he's like, forget the battle. It's not for beefing. It's for speaking our thoughts and pushing ourselves and reaching the charts. And
like
reaching your mind. They like, shut your punk
man,
ass
if you don't
up.
get this burner,
go clap
tell
your
Dubai, bye, nigga. What?
Yo,
son,
you not clapping your ops. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Like, and he just showed you he was the ops. So
the youth is like, yo, if you ain't listen,
they don't care.
You ain't spending the block on these ops, dude. We don't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear it.
So,
but again, this album is more important now because it has to be. It has to be all the things.
Listen, the fall off is.
It has to be all the things.
It has to be like. Yeah. Like, I'm trying to think what we was waiting on for a long time.
Shit.
It was like Avatar 2 or some shit. Like, it's like.
Bro. This shit gotta be.
Listen.
He gotta call Dre.
Dude, you gotta call everybody.
Timberland.
You gotta call Thanos. You gotta call the Avengers at this point. Like,
check my toy cabinet.
Son, please don't start with that. I wish y'all could see this toy cabinet over here.
I'm gonna show it one day.
This shit is a legit display case of like 100 Marvel characters. And like they're like literally like on display. Like it's almost like they're ready for the Infinity War.
MCU,
they're lined up ready. And we
all got our things.
Yeah,
man.
the Hulk is in the front. They got Black Panther leading the charge.
They don't care, man. Listen, we love J.Cole. We pretty much had a discussion. I don't even think we came arrived. This wasn't an actual
right. Decision on if it was how to like the music is the music. Like I said, like he's in his element when he's in these melodic, thought provoking, introspective type of beats, and like he just does what he does. Like we can, critique the content a little bit, and maybe I wouldn't have did that, maybe I wouldn't have did that. But
a lot
outside of that, like come on,
a lot of empathy,
cold.
Especially being grown men with families.
Yeah,
it's hard for me to imagine being a 20-something-year-old and like wanting to battle and say some crazy shit to somebody and take their head off. And if I see them, it's on sight. Like
that's just too much energy. Like, how much energy does that take? How much energy does it even take to be mean now? Like what?
That's a lot. It was rappers I thought was not good when I was doing it, and I didn't care nothing. But I wanted to get on the song with them. The people they compared me to, people that put me on a joint.
Crazy.
Put me on a joint and let's rap. Like I ain't caring about talking about your moms. Like fuck out of here. But anyway, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for pushing the subscribe button. We appreciate you. Become Barbarian. Leave a comment. Let us know.
Yeah, comment,
what
subscribe.
Y'all think.
Yeah, let us know if y'all think the joint is hot. If y'all think it was, too apologetic again. If it was, I don't know. Y'all let us know.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe.